Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we have Sarah and Chris with their continual exploitation and isolation, in particular, of their children who have been away since the end of January. They've been away in the Arctic since the end of January, and they haven't seen or socialized with a living soul since then. That is just such a sad state of affairs. We're going to go through it now. As we know, these have been away since January. I've just said that. But they came back home, and since they've been back home in about the past 2 weeks, they've not socialized with another living non-Ingham soul at all.
Taken off of vlogging. It was like 2 weeks. I don't think we've picked a camera up in almost 2 weeks, which is quite crazy. The way we worked the vlogs though means that you haven't missed 2 weeks worth of content. Probably about a week, maybe something like that. But we're home, we're back after a difficult couple of weeks, I've got to say. So I don't even know where to start. I feel like there's so much to fill you guys in on. Basically though, long story short, when we left the last place we stayed at in Scandinavia, Chris had picked up a virus.
So allegedly they spent 7 to 10 days ill and couldn't go out anywhere anyway. So that's one reason why they could have not been out anywhere. Obviously, we don't believe them, and they have been doing things, they just haven't filmed it, and that's their excuse for having taken a week off work. Now, that still is not an excuse, even if, God forbid, even if they had been ill for a week, right? There's still been a week since then, and they haven't done anything since then either, right? So just take it, just say they were, they were ill. They were unable to get out and socialise. They're not ill now. So the first thing that they do is, in the next vlog, they go to shops for Mother's Day gifts. Admittedly, a few of the kids do go, but it's only to the shops, mind you. It's not socialising.
I've not been outside in the UK since we've been back, so I've been stuck inside in bed literally for the last whole week, and it feels really weird to be out in the sun without a jacket on and not be cold at all. It's actually quite warm today.
So that was just basically Mila was there, Jace was there, but the older ones, they stayed at home because Chris was buying whatever clothes and stuff, because his other clothes had miraculously got ruined up in the Arctic, which, they got moldy basically. Anyway, off topic. On topic is they then went the next day because Chris had somehow remembered that it was Mother's Day the next day. In fact, he needed a calendar reminder, an alarm told him that. Anyway, absolutely insanity. So he took a few of the kids with him, and they bought cards and stuff.
Isla, why are you laughing?
Because everybody's walking out with flowers for Mother's Day.
Everybody, all the guys are walking out of here with flowers right now for Mother's Day tomorrow, obviously.
Not gonna lie, like we're not doing the same.
Yeah, we're not gonna film it now. If we walk out with flowers in a minute, which we might do, you never know. Oh dear, we ain't got much choice left on this.
Yep, in case you missed it, Chris was indeed mocking every man in the UK on that occasion, in the fact that everybody else was buying flowers for Mother's Day and he was taking the piss out of it. But whatever, at least you had a child with you, right? And at least she got out for the day. Sorry, for the evening. They went to the shops in the evening. God knows what else they did the rest of the day, but there you go. That is it. What happens next is just a pure example of where the kids are with their socializing and their mentality I'm not making fun of the kids, but this is where they're at.
A delivery from Esme?
Yeah.
Oh, who's it for?
Isla.
Okay, there you go, Isla. What's this gonna be?
Yeah, so Esme sent down a letter written to Isla to apologise for something or other. Now, Esme is nearly 14. Isla, perhaps you could get away with this sort of thing, but even then, she's nearly 11. But Esme's nearly 14, and she's up in her room writing out letters to her younger sister to apologise for an argument. And, you know, I'm just saying that it's a little bit like they need some interaction outside their home, which they're not getting right now. And when I say outside their home, I don't just mean going to the park, which is actually the garden centre, like you did do. You took 4 out of the 5 kids. Isabel still stayed at home.
Okay, so this was an unexpected little surprise. Got a brand new soft play area indoors. Oh yeah, we don't even have to sit outside today.
Go on then, Isla.
Jump off.
Woo! You've grown loads, Esme, that's why.
Yep, there's great fun to be had at a garden centre playground. It's not my type of fun, but there is fun to be had, and the kids had a nice time. They had some time outside the house. However, who did they socialise with? Where's their friends? Where are their activities? There's nothing. You're not getting them out to play with other people, hang around with other people. Where's the dancing? You know, the dance that they used to go to? Where's that? Where's the sport activities? Where's the friends that they have? Where is the baby groups and the toddler groups and the nursery and the schools? Anything that says, look at me, I am with some other person, not just in this little Ingham bubble. There must be something that they want to do with their lives. Go outside into the big wide world. Even Isabel needs to experience the big wide world because she's going to be 18 in a few months and she's going to be an actual adult. God help the world.
But I want to tell you guys something that I've had a lot of like people on my Instagram messaging me about, asking me to do, and I never really thought about doing it. I just like, oh yeah, it'd be cool, but never done it. And I think I might start to sell my crochet things that I make, because I get so many comments on my Instagrams and messages of people saying, I would love to buy your things.
Now Esme is planning on selling her crochet toys. Now there's lots of discussion about this. I'm not going to get into that right now. It's not the time or the place which I'm going to be talking about it. But what she does happen to drop there is that people are DMing her on Instagram and asking for these things. Why is she interacting with people on Instagram? Why is she interacting in private to random strangers on Instagram? This isn't the level of socialization that I had in mind. This is just stupidity, Sarah. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. This is stupidity. Don't do it. Block it off now. Cut off the access. Seriously. She shouldn't even have an open account, let alone... by open, I mean a non-private account, like public account, let alone a open access for strangers to message her and she's reading them. Why? That's not socialization. Cut it.
Okay, my new addiction at the minute, like my new everything I get for lunch, is when I come down, I have a honey bagel. Honey bagel? Yeah, it's proper nice. Like, Oh, I can't imagine saying that I have honey on my porridge on a morning.
But like, not like, you do butter first.
Yeah.
And then just drizzle the honey around. It's so good, you have to try it.
Oh, I have it with porridge and it's really nice. I can't imagine on a bagel though. No.
I don't really like it anymore.
You don't like nothing anymore? Isabel likes something, I don't know, I don't like that anymore. What's for tea tonight? So I don't like that anymore.
Yeah, but...
Every single night. There you go, Isabel, put a dinner down in front of her, don't like this anymore.
No, but I do like the bagels.
Okay, she likes the bagels. She likes
I'm
chips.
a bagel girl.
No, you don't really like chips, actually.
I don't like chips.
Isabel finally comes out of her room to give us an insight into her eating habits. She no longer likes bagels, so keep note, everybody, bagels are off the menu. But she does like honey-coated bagels. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. On to the next day, and Sarah is out with Isla this time.
So me and Isla were just dipping into Tesco randomly because we're driving past here anyway, but on a group that I'm on Facebook, yesterday I think it was, or last night, somebody posted a picture of these Easter egg hunt boxes basically, and you get like 24, I'm sure they said you get like 24 Easter eggs in them.
24?
Yeah, small ones obviously for an egg hunt, but you got like 2 big gold ones, you got like rabbits, and they're supposedly £6, but they're scanning at £2, which is such a bargain. So I thought I'd nip in and I'll have to send them off to the Easter Bunny. And bargains, and I don't have £1 for the trolley, so this is going to be fun. Come on, Mila. Mila's joined us. Come on, little woman.
So Mila was also there. I assume Jace was somewhere around, possibly in the van or something like that. But again, this is just shops. I mean, I would expect you to take Jace and Mila to the shops, but where are the playgroups? Where's the nursery? Jace is going to school in a few months' time. Did you know? Were you aware of that? If he goes to school, which is a big if, and I don't think for a second that he will be, but if he was going to school, he would be so behind on his socialization skills because you have not integrated him with anybody. Even if it was true that he was going on play dates with your neighbor friends, that's a big if as well. Even if it was true, that is like what, an hour every blue moon? You know, that is not socialization. That is not integrating with other kids. He needs to learn sharing skills. He needs to learn how to talk to other people, interact with them, and how to behave, and how to, well, share, basically, I think is a very key point. And he just needs to know things. But if he went to school, he'd be so behind. And no matter how many times you try to tell us otherwise, I can't see it being wrong. I can't see us being wrong.
And Esme is playing, she's been playing out anyway for the last half an hour or so with Jason, Mila and Isla. I've been playing on the swing set and things in the back garden. So I just said, Jason, Mila, we're just heading out to get some petrol. I need to call Asda for some wrapping paper for Jace, because I didn't get none the other day because I didn't have any nice wrapping paper that I could see. I said, oh, can't they just stay here, we're playing? So Isabel's obviously home as well. But yeah, I get to go out child free.
Let's ignore for 1 second that you've left all 5 kids alone and the 4 younger ones you've left with Isabel, who's stuck in her room. So you've essentially left the 3 youngest ones to be in charge with your 14-year-old daughter. So let's forget that for a second, but focus on the fact that none of your kids are out. Not even Jace and Mila get to go out this time. They're all stuck at home, and yeah, you're not encouraging them to go anywhere or do anything or interact with anybody or make friends with anybody. I mean, Isabel, who has been away from her friends for all that time in the van, and the first thing that you would want to do if you've been away from your friends for that amount of time, you'd want to go straight to see your friends. You'd want to go out, you would want to go and see your friends, catch up with them, see what they've been up to and everything. But no, she hasn't even been, let alone been desperate to go.
I'm alone this morning, well, sort of alone. Isabel's here, Esme's here, Isla's here, but they kind of like never come out of their bedrooms on weekends because they're just busy doing stuff. So Sarah's gone for a play date at our neighbours, one of our neighbour friends. They played it with Milo and Jace.
So Isla, Esme and Isabel all in the rooms doing nothing as usual. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not normal for teenagers to spend a lot of time in their rooms, because that is a normal thing to do, and it's a far cry, in fact, from a couple of years ago when that never actually happened. But you're not getting any of the children to socialize. None of them are interacting with other human beings. And I don't mean just Jane and Steve. I don't mean just Sarah and Chris. I mean other people, human beings, which, by the way, neither of you are. And then to cap it all off, you've seemed to have taken Isla under your wing as the new face of Sarah's cooking segment, Cook With Me by Sarah Ingham, and Isla seems to be the face of that.
That's it, give them a good stir around. We have to do one bag at a time because I think there'd be too many doing both together.
Yeah, like that. That looks like a caterpillar.
Ew, I'm really thinking about that when I'm eating it. Right, 6 to 8 minutes.
Phyla, might as well take my side. What's on the menu tonight?
So we're making carbonara pasta.
It's like a carbonara. It's not actually a carbonara.
Yeah, it's not like
Now then, Isla.
today.
My little cooking partner, love it.
Today we are preparing mushroom stroganoff.
Mushroom and sausage.
Mushroom and sausage.
Sausage meat.
Yeah.
I'm going to squeeze the meat out of the sausages, out of the skin. Should I say that time again?
Good.
Already that time. What's on the menu tonight?
So tonight we have nice like honey, chicken,
Soy, sesame, chicken.
But it's quite weird. Not weird, but I mean like a weird name, I guess.
Well, there was not really a name. It's just a chickeny. There's not really a name.
Meal.
Yeah.
As fabulous as she is, as Sarah Ingham's faithful assistant, it just, it's not really home economics, is it? You're getting tips and taught by Sarah Ingham. No. It's a sad state of affairs where you've basically isolated them all so much that they don't even want to go out to meet people, to be with people. As I said, you've been away since the end of January. It's been about 2 months now, and the first time any of those children have interacted with any other person other than an Ingham has been at the meet and greet. That was the first time since you left for the Arctic, and before that, really. I mean, I can't quite remember the exact time when the last time you had them interact with other people, but it doesn't happen a great deal, but at least occasionally they went to dance and things like that. Jace did at one point go to some sort of nursery, parent and toddler groups, and Mila started going to parent and baby groups, and that's all stopped. Any particular reason why it stopped, Sarah? So please give this video a thumbs up. Every thumb up is in support of an Ingham child to get the help that they require, and comment everything you want to comment down below. Keep it respectful because the children are suffering a great deal. Please subscribe if you're new, and until next time, take care and bye bye.